organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up tonight on Daily Iowan TV.
Some teens and younger kids have been using a cleaning product as a substitute for alcohol.
And we caught up with Miss Iowa to see what it was like to compete in the Miss USA pageant.
And coming up in sports,
Iowa women's soccer had their last non-conference test over the weekend. Find out if they came out on top.
We have all that more coming up.
This is Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Nikki Crossway.
And I'm Hannah Hawks.
The lack of confidence in the Board of Regents is spreading. The American Association of University Professors at Iowa State University and the University of Northern Iowa said professors at both schools support the no confidence vote from the UI faculty. After the Board of Regents appointed Bruce Harold as the new UI president, the UI faculty expressed outrage because of Harold's lack of academic administrative experience.
In a poll, less than 2% of the faculty found Harold capable of being the new president. However, the Board of Regents remained confident in their decision. The statement issued by the Association of Professors at the other two Regent universities said that the Regents violated AAUP principles. The principal says that there should be a joint effort between the board members and the faculty in choosing a new president. The chapter stressed that the board should have taken more consideration into the faculty's options.
Republican presidential candidate Ben Carson's support in the polls is growing and closing in on front-runner Donald Trump. Trump currently has support from 27% of Republican voters, and Carson is close behind after launching from 6% to 23%. Because of Carson's large spike in the polls, Trump criticized what he saw Carson's lack of energy.
Veterans of the United States Armed Forces won't have to dig too deep into their wallets when paying for college any longer. The Choice and Accountability Act of 2014 says that qualifying veterans will pay in-state tuition even if they aren't a resident. The federal act will not go into full effect nationally until January of 2016. But here at the University of Iowa, the new policy has already been adopted, in agreement with the Home Base Iowa initiative. Governor Terry Branstad signed the initiative in the spring of 2014.
This is really a big act that has allowed not only the spouses but also dependents to use these benefits to get in-state tuition, which is going to save them about $20,000 a year. And so it's really a benefit for the spouse and dependents.
For anyone seeking if they qualify, visit the UIVI in the Communication Center.
Playboy magazine has recently released their list of the top party schools in the nation. Once again, the University of Iowa is ranked second place, this time behind Ohio University. The list says that Iowa received its high ranking because of the easy access to bars in the area and the fact that anyone between the ages of 19 and 21 is allowed into the bars until 10 p.m.
A dangerous trend in teens is rising in popularity. Kids are drinking hand sanitizer when they don't have alcohol. The Georgia Poison Control says the number of cases related to teens purposely and young kids accidentally ingesting hand sanitizer has increased over 6,000 since 2014. Hand sanitizer is composed of 45 to 95% alcohol, whereas beer and wine have about 15% or less. Drinking only a small amount of hand sanitizer can cause alcohol poisoning. Georgia's Poison Control Director said that after seeing this many cases of poisoning in children, schools should make sure to keep hand sanitizer out of reach of small children, supervise its use, or use non-alcohol sanitizing products.
The Iowa City Council will vote tonight on the ordinance to allow businesses downtown to offer rooftop bar services to the community. If passed, businesses will have to meet several standards, and city officials will be visiting each eligible bar throughout the year to make sure these standards can and will be carried out.
Well, Nikki, those rooftop bars will be really nice in the fall weather next year.
Yeah, it definitely will. Speaking of weather, let's toss it over to Andrew in the weather studio.
Yes, the heat is back, but will not stick around. Looking ahead to Wednesday morning, the temperature will be a bit on the chilly side in the mid-60s, but the skies should be clear. Moving on to the afternoon, the temperature will jump up significantly to right around 80 degrees and the skies will remain clear. During the evening, you can expect the temperature to drop down just a bit into the high 70s with partly cloudy skies. Now on to the remainder of the week. Thursday, the heat will continue with temps settling in the high 80s during the day and a chance of a thunderstorm at night. Friday, the temp will start to decline a bit with highs in the upper 70s and lows in the mid 50s, but expect a chance of rain in the early afternoon. As for the weekend, we can expect temps on Saturday and Sunday to be in the 70s during the day and a little bit on the colder side at night, with lows in the high 40s and low 50s. Perfect weather for Hawkeye football, and fortunately, you should expect that to carry over to the start of next week. That's all I have for you in the weather studio. Back to you at the desk.
On Tuesday, the University of Iowa hosted their annual Study Abroad Fair at the Old Capitol Center. The fair featured many different booths focusing on different majors and where students would like to go. Students could go from booth to booth while learning about the options available. A $500 scholarship to study abroad was awarded to one lucky student. The fair also offered booths on foreign internships and the Peace Corps.
Taylor Weavers is not only a UI student, she is also Miss Iowa and spent the last few weeks competing at the Miss America competition. It's been quite the whirlwind experience, and I had a chance to ask her about it. Check it out. At just 21 years old, Taylor Weaver has accomplished one of her biggest dreams. Taylor's journey to the Miss America stage began back in June when she was crowned Miss Iowa. She has been persistent and determined throughout the years to make her presence known and to advocate for her platform. Taylor is very passionate about her personal platform, kicking it to children's cancer.
The most meaningful thing is when you can connect with a child that has cancer on a personal level.
At age 16, she even shaved her head to support the St. Baldrick's Foundation. Between advocating and touring the state of Iowa, her hard work over the summer paid off when she won 2 preliminary competitions leading up to the finale of the Miss America pageant. She won the preliminary talent competition with her vocal performance singing the song "Don't Forget About Me." Nights later, she won the lifestyle and fitness competition to end the preliminary competitions. Taylor is the first double preliminary winner since 2001.
Let me believe that when I put my mind to something, that I really can do it. It helped me realize that, hard work is so important and dedication can help you achieve the goal that you never could have imagined.
Both winnings earned her $3,000 in scholarships, which she will be using to continue her education here at the University of Iowa.
I love that town. I love, the people and all the students. So I'm excited to be back and enjoy being a Hawkeye again.
With the country and thousands of fans back home watching, Taylor strut her stuff on Sunday during the final competition of the Miss America pageant. Taylor was the first of the judges' choices in the top 15. Following the final swimsuit competition, she made it to the top 12 and walked through the evening gown portion. Unfortunately, Taylor did not make it through the top 10, but you haven't seen the last of her. From all of us here at Daily Iowan TV, we'd like to again congratulate Taylor. There's so much going on in Hawkeye sports this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's send it over to the sports studio to see all that's happening. Guys?
Thanks, guys. We'll hear from head coach Kurt Ferentz and see how his squad hopes to keep that undefeated streak alive as they are back inside Kinnick Stadium to take on the Pittsburgh Panthers.
It should be an interesting matchup in Kinnick this Saturday, especially since they'll be playing under the lights.
Yeah, and that they're going to do black and gold striping the stadium. It should be neat.
Yeah, that would be awesome. It'd be a really great atmosphere. And speaking of atmosphere that Iowa Sports is giving out this fall, Iowa women's soccer kept that going over the weekend in Iowa City, and they scooped up back-to-back wins.
Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Katie Reber takes a look at the Hawkeye victory over the weekend.
Soccer team is celebrating their second win of the weekend after defeating the Iowa State Cyclones on Friday night. The Hawks took down Illinois of Chicago here at the Iowa Soccer Complex. On Friday, the Hawks hosted the Iowa State Cyclones as over 1,000 fans came out to watch the state rivals battle it out.
After losing last year, you saw us very committed emotionally and physically, and we stayed in it.
Tori Harmon gave the Hawks their only goal to defeat the Cyclones 1-0. In their back-to-back action on Sunday, the Hawks freshman Hannah Broke scored the Hawks' third and final goal within her first few minutes as a Hawk.
I got the ball, I just knew that I needed to hit it towards the goal and hope for the best.
Also making her Hawkeye debut, Rose Ripslinger was ready for the intense action.
The game's so fast, and it was a lot of fun to play with the girls who've been supporting me for so long.
After a victorious weekend and closing out the non-conference schedule with a 6-1 record, the Hawks' focus now is to
head into Big Ten play.
And junior Bree Telly is leading the younger Hawks, advising them to play like...
It's just another game of soccer. We know how to play, we know what we need to do, and if we just stay calm and play the way we play, I think we'll be fine.
This has been your weekend wrap-up of Iowa women's soccer. This is Katie Reber, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
As Katie mentioned, that non-conference schedule is over now, and the Big Ten season is in sight for Iowa soccer as they'll be taking on Michigan State September 18th.
And conference play is right around the corner for almost all fall sports. Along with soccer, field hockey is starting their conference play in Iowa City on September 18th against Rutgers.
And as for Iowa football, they still have 2 non-conference games to play.
And that starts with Pittsburgh for week 3, and even better, that game will be played under the lights.
And the Iowa football team is not only the big talk going around campus so far. C.J. Beathard is also making his name known.
After being picked co-offensive Big Ten Player of the Week, Beathard still isn't taking credit for why he received this award.
You know, if I had my choice, I would give the award to the offensive line, the running backs, because they were what set it all up in the first place, and the way the defense played in the second half, they should get something for that. But it's really nothing. You can't let it get to your head.
Head coach Kurt Ferentz praises Beathard for his ability to jump into the starting role and keep his head on straight.
I think he really has grasped what it is to be a starting quarterback at a major school, and I think he's really taken that responsibility to heart, and he's done that. It started last fall. Really proud of him, and we're going to have some ups and downs, but he's doing a really good job. He's got a great work ethic, and he's just doing a good job leading our team.
Now the quarterback position is more than secured. We all know that. But one position that's facing some adversity is the running back position.
And LaShawn Daniels Jr. was nicked up in Saturday's game against Iowa State with a sprained ankle, and him playing against Pittsburgh is questionable, so somebody's got to step up to help out Jordan Canzeri.
We'll wait and see. Right now it'd be Wadley probably, and all hands on deck. So we'll just kind of take it day by day. Just the responsibility that comes with being that guy. We're in blitz pickup too, and that's a lot of times a problem younger players have. But I think he's doing a good job there. It's just that ball security. To me, it's all concentration.
On our pregame show on Thursday, we'll give you an update on who might be on the injury list and who might have to step up to take their place.
That's all the time we have for today for Daily Iowan TV Sports, but be sure to check out tomorrow as our field hockey reporter Jordan Maloney will be telling us about the Hawks' upcoming schedule.
Guys, back to you at the desk.
Now, before we leave you, check this out. A Massachusetts farmer, Todd Sandstrom, may have set a Guinness World Record by paddling down a river inside a hollowed-out pumpkin. It was 817 pounds. The pumpkin was a winner of a local competition and donated to him for his journey down the river.
Sandstrom said the point of taking the pumpkin for a ride was to raise awareness about local agriculture. There is no current record for the longest ride in a pumpkin, but in order to qualify, the minimum distance would need to be at least 3.1 miles. Sandstrom meets the qualification at 3.5 miles, but Guinness is still determining whether he'll get the record or not.
Well, I sure hope he does. That's a mighty fine effort. I mean, who knew you could get down a river in a vegetable?
That's crazy. I hope he gets it.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight on Daily Iowan TV. Make sure to check us out tomorrow night, same time, same place, or check us out anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching us and have a great night.